Billions of dollars are now being allocated to Bitcoin. It's setting records. Like records are being set. They're ETFs. This financial institutions, they broke records in the first couple of months of so many people. And they say that not even 15 to 20% of the people that have access to all this money on Wall Street and all these big hedge funds, they're not even locked in and set up and ready to go yet. So they're setting records on these Bitcoin ETFs with less than 20% of the people actually starting to dip their toe in the water. I mean, this is going to get crazy. Wall Street is in shock by the financial institutions that get involved. They're looking at all, like they had to disclose after that first quarter, they had to disclose, they figured, okay, 15, 18, maybe 20 of these big financial institutions will buy some Bitcoin. Their jaw hit the floor when they disclosed 414 of these companies that had big money bought a portion and got involved in Bitcoin in some way, shape, or form through the ETF. It's so crazy. Money talks, right? Money talks. The politicians ran back into Congress and re-voted on some old crypto bills and passed. They went 180-degree flip. And they are now pro-Bitcoin because all the big money people are buying up Bitcoin like crazy. They had no idea. That got their attention. So you have billions of new dollars coming in, allocating to Bitcoin. They have all these new companies, and it's just the beginning. It's not even the 20%. There's all kinds of 80% more of the big money that hadn't even got started yet, hadn't even got going. Think about what records we're about to hit. And the politicians, wind at their back, they're like, we love Bitcoin. Now they say crypto and Bitcoin together because they don't know any better, but they'll know, they'll find out here in the coming years that Bitcoin is separate and crypto is something else. It's different, and it's not Bitcoin. They'll find that out. That is the first time I ever heard about Bitcoin. I was on the radio, an interview from a guy that lost his shirt in a big business and now he's changing gears, and it was now getting into the Bitcoin world. I didn't know what he was talking about. I did not take it seriously then. And I looked at the price. It was $345. I didn't buy it. A year later, I think it was $3,000. I didn't buy it. You know, you get what you deserve. I did not buy, so I don't deserve to get Bitcoin at that price. And all of a sudden, the time went by, and I'm at this event. After this guy told me about Bitcoin and he bought my coaching program, that night I went up to the hotel room to see what the price was. It was $7,500 at the time. I decided I needed to get serious about Bitcoin. So I blocked off time and I learned. I took it serious. I decided I wanted to know what's going on. And I learned that Bitcoin fixes every economic problem on the earth. It doesn't fix everybody's problems, it fixes economic problems. Bitcoin is the apex global cyber property. What? What does that mean? It is the top level global cyber property. It's like buying Manhattan, like a block of Manhattan, but in cyberspace. And I was like, whoa, this is wild. Bitcoin is like the best insurance policy against monetary irresponsibility. Every single nation is irresponsible with their money. Every single government wastes money. Every single government that has the ability to print more currency does so and devalues their money. History of the world. Bitcoin is the best insurance policy against that. Bitcoin is the first money in history that nobody can debase or change. First time ever. Is that wild or what? Like, this is the greatest innovation in the world, and it's underway right now. Last year, I attended a Lightning Network conference, and the featured speaker opened his remarks, and he said the most amazing thing. I had never heard this before. He said, did you know that the cables laid under the Atlantic Ocean from New York to someplace in Europe that were put there 150 years ago are still used today for sending and receiving trillions of dollars of money every day from New York City into Europe. I was like, what? What is he talking about? And I went and looked it up, and it's true. You talk about a dinosaur world we're living in. We're in a modern society. We're using 150-year-old cable under the ocean to transmit money? Oh my gosh, if there's ever an industry that's ripe for disruption, it's the payment industry and how you transfer money. Oh, and it's not just in one country, it's worldwide. Unstoppable money. Let me explain to you what I say unstoppable money, what that means. It's decentralized. There's no single party has control over the Bitcoin network. Bitcoin is unstoppable money. Next is security. Proof of work consensus algorithms that make the Bitcoin blockchain the most secure network in the world. Permissionless, open and acceptable to anyone, anytime, anywhere, no gatekeepers. Portable, can be electronically transferred across the earth almost instantly without borders. When you're traveling by yourself or with people, you can take your stuff with you. Okay, unstoppable money is seizure resistant. If properly secured, if you do what you're supposed to do as far as protecting your Bitcoin is highly resistant to confiscation. Nobody's gonna be able to take your stuff. Censorship resistant. When you're using your private Bitcoin keys, nobody can censor you. This is all unstoppable money. Unstoppable money is independent from the fiat system. Bitcoin is completely separate from central banks, traditional financial institutions, all these people that say they're trying to protect you from your policy decisions. They say they have their best interest in mind, your best interest in mind. Baloney. You're independent from that whole mess, okay? Unstoppable money is actually also real financial freedom. Our brains don't think exponentially. We think linear, like 1, 2, 4. We don't think in terms of crazy growth. That's what we are in right now. We are in an exponential time. Bitcoin is an exponential technology. AI mixed with Bitcoin and what's happening on the earth, we are in uncharted territory. There's so much scaling and growth happening, we can't get our brains around it because we're so used to linear. Did you know in the future, we all are going to have our own personal AI robot? These little AI agents, there's going to be billions of them, all helping us personally in a variety of different ways. And they're going to need to do stuff for us automatically. They're going to know based on what we've told them to do and how to do it. And guess what? They're going to need to have money to buy stuff for us and do things for us. And they're going to need to interact with other AIs to get stuff done. And it's a whole new world that we have not seen yet before. Can I ask you a quick question? How are they going to pay for that? How are AI robots going to pay other AI robots to do certain tasks automatically to make our life better? You thought about that? For an AI robot, a bot, an agent, whatever you want to call it, to do the work it has to do, there has to be funds. Like you have to have some money to cover the cost of whatever the task is. A little quick idea, there is this thing called Bitcoin that's permissionless, has instant settlement, it has micropayments. Remember, there's 100 million little Satoshis in one Bitcoin. In $1, there's only 100. There's a big difference. And things aren't going to cost that much. And when you got this robot talking to this robot, a penny is going to be too much money. And they couldn't do it anyway. Think about it. It's fiat money. It's debt money. It requires identification. You got to go to the bank to get your money. There's no access. Most people in the world don't there's a couple of billion people that are unbanked that can't even participate in this. It takes days or weeks to settle on these accounts. There's chargeback frauds. There's high fixed costs. There's all kinds of problems with fiat money. There's no way AI and AI 1 and AI 2, it's like that thing 1, thing 2. AI 1, AI 2, it's like they're trying to work together and use broken money. Ain't gonna happen. If you were early on Twitter, now X, you were able to build a significant following very easily because there just weren't that many people, right? So guess what? Now we got Nostr. We are early. It is so early with Nostr. And it's just like, I don't know how many people are on Nostr right now, but it's in that early Twitter 5,000. I mean, I'm sure it's more than 5,000 people on there, but even if it's less than 100,000, it is not a lot of people. You can establish yourself before the masses come onto the platform and go ahead and set up your guardrails to protect you from getting canceled on your free speech. Start the process now. If you believe that Bitcoin is going to protect you from government tyranny and stopping you from financially mucking up your financial works with your family or your business, Bitcoin does that, awesome. What about what you can say or not say? What about, I mean, money is free speech, I get that. But actually putting up a video or saying something that might be controversial to somebody without the fear of them canceling you, that's awesome. So all of these new technologies are in the works. Nostr is just one of many. I want to tell you about it because it's built on top of the Bitcoin network, and I think you should be participating with this new world of no, you cannot stop me from saying what I want to say. I like that. And I want you to have that same option. So not only should you be getting Bitcoin, but you also should be setting up your account with Nostr. And eventually, both Bitcoin and Nostr will be the two foundational building blocks for your business and entrepreneur ventures in the future. The modern day gold rush is called artificial intelligence. It's AI. The race is on. This is truly exponential growth. We're seeing 10x growth every 6 months. It's actually faster than that now. It's actually, I mean, as of this recording, it's 10x every 6 months. It's actually faster than that even right now, and by the time you're watching this. Then you add Bitcoin in the mix, a sovereign wealth store of actual real value. It's a protocol, so you can scale your business with AI and make money at the 10x clip in just 6 months, and then you can take that money and store it and hold it and protect it. I mean, do you understand the times we're living in right now? I mean, this is awesome. The famous quote from Wayne Gretzky, one of my favorite hockey player, even though I don't follow hockey, but I know Wayne Gretzky, and I used to watch him when he played hockey in the 80s. And his famous quote is, "Skate to where the puck is going to be." Everybody couldn't understand, why is he so good? And he looks at the reporter and says, because he's not the fastest guy. He's not the strongest guy. Wayne Gretzky famously said, "I go to where the puck is going to be. I skate to the puck." That is a great business lesson for your business. Where is your puck going to be in your business? Where's it going? Well, AI's on the planet. Bitcoin's on the planet. Those are just two quick clues. If your business requires electricity, there's a good chance AI will be involved in some way, shape, or form. Don't be a Kodak and wait to get it destroyed. Actually disrupt yourself. Disrupt yourself? What are you talking about? All of your promotions, all your sales copy, all your client nurturing correspondence, use AI with whoever on your team is doing that. They need to be using AI right there, every day. to the point where that person is not needed in the future, but they will be guiding the AI. You want to disrupt yourself because there'll be other things for them to do, because AI is going to do it better eventually, already, actually, not even eventually, now. Any research, any presentations, internal, external, all of it. Have AI disrupt how you do your research now, how you do your presentations now, whether it's inside for your office or external presentations for people that you're trying to do business with. The person using AI as think about it as like the smartest graduate assistant on the earth that knows everything about your topic, and you're just asking this AI bot questions about how you can do whatever it is you're trying to do better, and they will help you and write it for you and produce it for you better than you can, faster, everything. Don't even start asking for help. How are we going to use AI assistant? How are we going to use AI robots? How are we going to do it? You don't do any of that stuff until you have documented what I just described for getting customers and for servicing customers. Step one, we define the process broadly. Step two, we are walking through the process specifically. Step three, we are doing it ourselves to find out what we missed. Step four is we're writing in extra stuff that we missed in the right order and mapping it out so it's a full-blown procedure. And then fifth, we're getting somebody else to come in and look at it and even do some of it so you can get it even more finalized. Okay, that's very simple. We're not talking about rocket science here. Okay, that can be put on a sheet of paper or your word processor. No AI help until we have clarity on that. When you're super clear and you've mapped this out in writing, now we can begin the conversation with AI. And this would not be a conversation, we're talking about AI, but I can't help but tell you in the end as a little PS, everything I just said applies to Bitcoin in your business. Apply everything I just walked you through with AI, apply it now for buying Bitcoin in your business and using it as a tool to save money and to build out a foundation in your company and get other people along the process to help. So whether you're getting more cash and making more sales, to buying the Bitcoin, to storing it safely, the same thing applies. So it's AI, it's Bitcoin, this is the future of your business.